Yeah, I want to recognize the crowd. We worked really hard on this game. It's one of the last games of the semester that our students are here. I thought we had a nice turnout, and appreciative of everybody that worked hard on this crowd. Appreciative of our season ticket holders that came. So that's the first thing I wanted to recognize. I thought Pine Bluff came in here with a nice game plan. They obviously kind of zoned us for 40 minutes, slowed the game down a little bit, and obviously their best player played great tonight. So I think you got to give Pine Bluff a lot of credit. We didn't feel like we played our best tonight. There were some positives. We've really been working on our defensive block out. We wanted to hold these guys to single-digit offensive rebounds, and we did that. So that's nice carryover from practice. Memphis really got us on the boards. We really worked on it in practice. So tonight that was nice carryover. We just got to do a better job, taking what the game gives to us. I thought tonight for the first time shot selection was a little bit of a problem. And obviously it was a night where shots weren't going down. I thought for the most part they were good shots, just wasn't our night. What you got to do at this level of competition is try to get to the free throw line more on nights where jump shots aren't going down. So but a lot of respect for Pine Bluff. They play a tough schedule. I've been on both sides of these games. These guys play a lot of road games, and I didn't see any quit in their team. I saw a well-coached team that came in here and gave us about all we could handle.
Coach, without any disrespect to Pine Bluff or anybody that you've played this year, do you think there's maybe a little bit of a tendency with your team to play to the level of the competition, get bored a little bit sometimes out there?
No.
The first half, I know you kind of mentioned shots weren't going down, but I guess just what would you see from the effort from the guys just getting screens and just trying to get open and get those shots?
We played against zone for 40 minutes tonight. So we got the ball in the middle some. We got the free throw line at times. You just got to hit shots. And on nights where you don't hit shots, you got to manufacture some offense out of offensive rebounds. I thought we could have done a lot better job on the glass. And then you got to get to the free throw line. So I give Pine Bluff a lot of credit. They slowed the game down with zone. We weren't hitting shots. And then we really weren't creating much offense with our defense. Let the ball get middle way too much. Let their best player get hot. At times in the second half when we separated a little bit, we started running. And we started getting rebounds and running before they could set up the zone. We had some success there. It's not just the players. I take responsibility for this too. Coaching staff's got to figure this out. We just got to play better.
Guess in that second half, obviously you guys were able to separate a little bit, but they had that 7-0 run to kind of get back in there. I guess what allowed you to do that? Was it kind of winning those rebounding battles?
Yeah, I think when they made their run, we had a couple of turnovers. And then turnovers make it really hard to play transition defense. Like in pro basketball, if you have a turnover, you just foul in the middle of the floor. And I've always thought about doing that in college basketball, just never done it. I'm not sure why. Maybe we'll do that next game.
In terms of Jared, I guess what did you see from him? I know it seemed like a couple of times you kind of went to him just to kind of get some momentum going, but Norrance really kind of started everything as well in that second half.
Yeah, I thought Norrance played well in the second half. He gave us a spark. Norrance is the most vocal guy in the locker room right now. He's a real leader. Thought he played great at times tonight. Without watching the film with Culver, I just think there's a whole other level to Jared's game, and him and I both agree with that. We're not just looking for good, we're looking for great. Him and I share the expectations for him personally, for our program. And so I didn't think effort's never a problem with Culver. He played really hard tonight. We've got to do a better job coaching to put him in situations where he can get some more shots, and that's on me.
Coach, obviously not a great shooting night from the three-point line, but were you – obviously a lot of that's going to be highlighted when they're just not falling, but were you happy with a lot of the opportunities they created at the three-point line?
Yeah, like I said, from my naked eye without watching film yet, I think we shot 15 three-point shots tonight, and, 12 or 13 of them were good shots. If Morrow or Matt or Culver or Brandon, if they get wide-open shots, I want them to take them. Brandon Francis is a green light guy. He'll never go 0 for 6 again. It's just basketball. But Brandon made some good passes, had a 0 turnover game again, I believe, and then made some plays on defense as well. So, shooting's just one part of basketball. On nights where you're not making shots, you've got to pick up other areas of your game, and that's where really my frustration was tonight. I didn't see our defense just really pick up our lack of shooting. I didn't see offensive rebounds just pick up our lack of making shots, and that's something that we've got to get fixed.
Coach, Josh got a couple of meaningful minutes against Memphis, and then he got in pretty early tonight. Is that an indication that he's making some progress?
Yeah, I think so. All of our players are. You know, I wanted to get Andrew and Avery and Parker and Josh in the game a lot more tonight. I wanted to play Malik more. And really that's what I was telling our main players. There's a responsibility in games like this. If you can separate and get your teammates some more minutes, this is team basketball. That only makes you better as the year goes on. That's why I was really disappointed in the run that Carlos referenced. You know, we had the game in hand, and then we played about 2 minutes of poor basketball. So a lot of games within the game, and I thought tonight that our guys coming off the bench should have got a lot more minutes, but we just couldn't separate.